Congressman, why did you give your mistress a job? Congressman.
Do you have any comment?
Do you have any comment on giving your mistress a job?
Do you dispute the facts of the story, sir?
Happy to give a card to anyone who wants one.
Congressman, can you please? Do you have any comment on the story? Did you give your mistress a job, Congressman?
How hilarious would it be if the congressman's phone just started ringing?
Yeah, I know, because there's no way he's on the phone.
I know.
There's 0% chance he's on the phone.
All right, well, Republican New York Congressman Anthony DeEsposito is at the center of Capitol Hill's latest scandal. There's sex involved, misuse of taxpayer money, all the juicy details. We're about to get into it.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it.
So the New York Times is reporting that the congressman added his fiance's daughter and mistress to his office's payroll. Real ballsy thing to do. Now, shortly after taking the oath of office, the first-term congressman hired his longtime fiance's daughter to work as a special assistant in his district office, eventually bumping her salary to about $3,800 a month, payroll records show. Now, believe it or not, you are breaking rules by doing that. We'll get to why and how in just a minute. But then, he wasn't done. In April, DeEsposito added the woman he was having an affair with to his payroll as well, and that's according to 4 people familiar with the relationship. The woman, Devin Foss, collected $2,000 a month for a part-time job in the same district office, which, okay, let's pause for a second. You've got his fiance's daughter working in the office, and then he's like, I'm boning another woman. Why don't I hire her to work in the same office while I'm cheating on my fiance with her? No, but these guys, like, okay, we need to do better as a country when it comes to electing people, because these,
Okay.
What a dummy.
All right, look, I'm gonna say the usual thing I say, but it's related to this. Remember, all these people got selected for their shamelessness because they're the ones who raised their hands and said, I'll do anything for donor money. So we should never be surprised when a politician is caught in some sort of terrible, immoral, lying scandal. They lie for a living. Don't believe mainstream media that they're honorable, decent people. They're the worst of us.
So records show that payments to both women, the daughter of his fiance and his mistress, stopped abruptly several months later in July of last year. And that was around the time that DeEsposito's fiance found out about the affair and briefly broke up with him. Briefly is an unfortunate word in this context, but I'll continue. His employment of the 2 women used up about $29,000 in taxpayer funds, and now he is facing some questions about what happened and could hypothetically face discipline in the House of Representatives. Let's all pause for laughter. I don't think he's gonna face any consequences. Let's keep it real.
They're like, oh, you were shamelessly lying. They're like, wait, was there a donor involved? Can we get in on this action? Oh, it was just sex? Wait, what's her number? That's how that House Ethics Committee is gonna work.
100%, the House Ethics Committee, think about it. It's like, whenever there's a bad cop who shot and killed an unarmed person, it's like, oh, we're doing an internal investigation. Yeah, your internal investigation will go nowhere. And that's what usually happens with House Ethics Committee investigations.
So there's another story in the rundown today that I'm not sure we're gonna get to, but where the House Ethics Committee was investigating this lobbyist taking advantage of certain loopholes, et cetera. And then the head of the House Ethics Committee council stepped down and started working for those lobbyists. The corruption is just, they're like, there's nobody guarding the hen house, right? Everybody in mainstream media lies for us and pretends there is no corruption and that we're all honorable people having intellectual debates. Hey, everybody bring out the mistresses.
So also, believe it or not, there is a House Code of Conduct that prohibits members of Congress from employing spouses or relatives, including stepchildren. Though DeEsposito has never married, congressional ethics experts said that employing a woman akin to his stepdaughter who shared a home with him could breach the requirement that members of Congress adhere to the spirit and the letter of the rules. Now, a separate provision adopted in the wake of the Me Too movement explicitly states that lawmakers may not engage in a sexual relationship with any employee of the House who works under the supervision of the member. And obviously his mistress was working, under the direction of his member. And so there might be an there might be an investigation into this. I don't know if it's really gonna lead to anything. That's my prediction on this. But he also dodged questions from reporters, but broke his silence today with the following statement, quote, "My personal life has never interfered with my ability to deliver results for New York's 4th District, and I have upheld the highest ethical standards of personal conduct." Have you? Like, you're a junior congressman. Like, what have you done for the people of New York so far? Like, okay. He continues, the latest political tabloid garbage being peddled. But did you or did you not employ your mistress? Like,
he's on the phone, Anna.
Okay, all right, that's right.
Couldn't
okay.
get a comment.
All right. But he denies. He says that it's tabloid trash. It's a partisan hit piece designed to distract Long Islanders from Democrats' failing record on border security.
What border in Long Island?
The economy and foreign policy. We can definitely chew gum and walk at the same time.
Yeah, we can talk about the border down in Texas and still say that you're corrupt. But I liked it. He's like, you're distracting Long Islanders from the border issues they're having in Long Island. With what? Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Manhattan? Who are they having border issues with?
By the way, notably, he did not deny the allegations. He just said that the reporting was tabloid trash.
Ah, I see, okay. And by the way, this kind of corruption happens 24/7. The only reason why it's receiving any attention is because there's sex involved.
Yeah, there's a mistress, there's an affair. And look, I gotta say, at this point in the digital age, it is just increasingly shocking to me that any public figure thinks that they can have an affair and get away with it. You will get caught, I guarantee it. And then we'll have a fun story to talk about on the show.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, and one more thing about that. Guys, this type of thing where they hire their family members is the oldest scam in DC. That's why the ethics committee isn't going to do anything, because if you look into the ethics committee, I'd be surprised if they didn't do it as well. So the two stories that always reminded of is Norm Coleman was a senator from Minnesota, Republican, of course, biggest hypocrites. Not the Democrats don't do it. Republicans do it in spectacular style with massive amounts of hypocrisy thrown in. So Coleman had one of his donors hire his wife. Okay, and then you're gonna be shocked to find out she never showed up to work and got a huge salary, and Norm Coleman voted the way that they wanted him to and got a giant check on top for his campaign.
How do I get a job like that without sleeping with a politician?
Well, look, you find some donor and there's a way to make that happen. I mean, they're all, so Orrin Hatch, legendary Republican senator from Utah, for decades, his son was a lobbyist and he would vote for every bill based on whoever hired his son. And his son made millions of dollars for the family throughout all those years. And since he was an esteemed senator, respect and honor and all that stuff, nobody ever said a word. But those are just two out of like thousands of examples. Washington is like a vat of corruption. And the funny thing is that there's all these reporters inside Washington. They're like, we don't see it. Corruption, where is it? Oh, George Santos. That's George Santos, and that's it. Trump a little bit, okay, but otherwise I don't see anything.
Yeah, and George Santos was so outrageous in his antics.
And even him, they caught him after he won the election.
Right. Exactly. It would have been useful to, find that information during the election.